Thanks, Sophie. Welcome to the Late Look North. I'm Robin Davies. Good evening. New powers to tackle domestic abuse being piloted by one of our region's police forces are making a real difference. That's according to Cleveland Police, who've been handing out domestic abuse protection orders for the last year, aimed at better safeguarding victims and preventing further harm. Claudia Robinson reports.
You're under arrest again now. I'll explain.
Arrested for breaching a domestic abuse protection order. 12 months ago, Cleveland Police was one of 4 forces to be selected by the Home Office to pilot the new depots.
We've had nightmares about our house being firebombed, my parents being hurt just from threats that have been made or carried out, and it's awful. You can't sleep.
Jane's ex-partner was handed one of these new orders. We've changed her name to protect her identity.
You've got to be 10 steps ahead, to protect yourself. It shouldn't be like that. The depot has helped me to think for myself again, or to be able to get my mind and my strength back up.
Breaching a depot is a criminal offence and can result in 5 years imprisonment, a fine, or both.
These protection orders are in place, they can be in place indefinitely, and what that does is afford us the opportunity to safeguard victims, keep victims safe, especially in their own homes, and bring offenders to justice if they don't comply.
The orders set out a number of conditions.
Could be a requirement upon the perpetrator to attend some sessions, drug treatment programme, or it could be conditions that stop the perpetrator from contacting the victim, contacting family members, attending a particular location. It could be 3 months, 6 months, it could be indeterminate, and if the perpetrator breaches that particular order, it's considered a criminal offence and potentially can find themselves in prison, which is really powerful compared to what we had previously.
In the last 12 months, 478 orders were granted. 430 breaches were acted upon by the force.
89 of those breaches were committed by repeat offenders, and we can have extensions applied for through the court. We'll keep dealing with their behaviour to afford the victim and their children protection.
We've got people now serving custodial sentences as a result of the breaches, or taking part in community rehabilitation orders.
And for Jane, the support of a depot has helped her feel protected.
To me, the depots have been brilliant, really good. It does make you feel safe, and knowing the safe places that you go, your own parents' houses, or that they're not allowed anywhere near.
Claudia Robinson, BBC Look North, Teesside.
And if you've been affected by any of the issues highlighted in that report, there is help and advice available on the BBC Action Line website and our free telephone helpline. Cumbria is the busiest area in England and Wales for mountain rescues, according to a new map. The Lake District Search and Rescue Association says its members dealt with 943 incidents last year, although it's slightly lower than in 2024. The association says it's not enough to show a reducing trend. Tomorrow is the deadline for communities to apply to be UK Town of Culture for 2028. Gateshead is one of a growing number of communities in the region bidding for the accolade, which carries a £3 million prize. Supporters say it boasts cultural landmarks like the Baltic and the Angel of the North.
Well, I'm born and bred in Gateshead, so I've got a real passion for the arts, and I know the power of the arts and how it can connect with communities and bring communities together. Also, we've got an incredible array of fantastic artists within Gateshead, freelance artists, and this opportunity will help to amplify that amazing creativity.
TV star and local legend Robson Green is beginning filming this spring on a new BBC crime series set right here in our region. The Northumbria Mysteries will be filmed on the rugged Northumberland coast and surrounding villages. Robson will be one half of a crime-solving duo in the 8-part series, which is also produced by a local company.
We've got to remind ourselves that Lonesome Pine, and at the helm you have the wonderful Leslie Douglas, has created for many years high-end drama produced in the northeast of England that is watched by millions of people around the world in so many territories around the world, because they produce drama, again, with meaningful relationships. but universal themes we can all identify with and enjoy. And the wonderful thing about the Northumbria Mysteries is because it's a hybrid, because there is comedy, because there is levity and humour, I think it's something for all the family.
A folk opera celebrating the history of migration in Middlesbrough has been taking place at the Town Hall this evening. The performance, which has been put together by the theatre group North East Opera, focuses on the stories of 2,000 people living in Middlesbrough who've come to the town from countries like Ukraine, Nigeria and Iran.
You know, these people are all doing great things in Middlesbrough. They're business owners, they're plying their trade in music, they're doing this, that and the other. And, I think that's something worth celebrating.
Right, let's take a look at the weather forecast now. Here's Paul Mooney with the details.
Good evening. Today we saw temperatures up to about 10 or 11 Celsius. Tomorrow things will be a bit milder and there's a lot of dry weather to be had over the next few days. As we head through the night, the cloud thickens up again from the west. That thicker cloud will bring some patchy rain, more especially into parts of Cumbria and up onto the Pennines, maybe one or two clearer spells further east. Temperatures won't drop any lower than about 3 or 4 Celsius, even under the clearer skies. We keep a westerly breeze. So tomorrow it's a bit of a cloudy start. That patchy rain and drizzle through the morning will peter out as we head towards lunchtime and into the afternoon. And then it's a drier, brighter picture for the second half of the day. A few sunny intervals breaking through. A westerly breeze again. Temperatures are peaking around about 15 Celsius. So it will feel milder. Wednesday's mostly dry through the day. Overnight rain clearing on Thursday.
Thanks, Paul, and thank you for watching. That's all from the late team here at North. Richard Thomas has updates during BBC Breakfast. Bye-bye for now.